Man made a mark on the barrel. Then he placed two crowns that looked identical into the water. In an instant, the problem that had puzzled everyone for a long time was solved. The story dates back to when a foreign emissary presented two crowns that were indistinguishable in appearance. The emissary declared that one of the crowns was real and the other was fake. He even offered an enticing reward. Anyone who could tell the difference between the two crowns would receive $8 million and 2,000 beautiful women. Upon hearing this, the queen frowned immediately. She had already had the two crowns carefully measured many times, but there was no difference in either weight or appearance. So she asked the ministers present if they had a solution. However, the ministers all remained silent. Facing this deadlock, the man secretly mocked the ancients in his heart for not even knowing the basic principle of buoyancy. So he fetched 2 barrels of water, carefully filled them with an equal amount of water, and carefully marked the water levels. Then he placed the 2 crowns into the barrels respectively and stared at the changes in the water levels. Soon, he successfully distinguished the real crown from the fake one. Seeing the man's actions, the emissary contemptuously thought that he was just putting on a show. Little did he know that the man came from the 21st century. In his original world, the man was envied because of his excellent academic performance. After being beaten, he fell into an abyss. Unexpectedly, he traveled through time and space and possessed the body of this top scholar in ancient times. The original owner of the body fainted from overexcitement after being admitted to Harvard University and unfortunately passed away. Before the man could react, several guards came in and announced that the queen summoned him to the palace. Entering the palace, he saw the young and beautiful queen. Her appearance and figure were enough to make anyone's heart flutter. Unexpectedly, the man's thoughts were heard by the queen and her maids. The maids immediately became alert and immediately ordered the guards to conduct a thorough search. However, no abnormalities were found. Only then did the queen realize that the voice came from the man. She smiled faintly and asked the man if he had any complaints. A look of panic flashed across the man's face immediately, and he quickly denied it. But in fact, he was very resistant to taking an official position and only longed for an easy job. However, the queen's next announcement hit the man like a thunderbolt. He was appointed as a humble servant role. Obviously, this arrangement had other implications. However, the man didn't care because he wouldn't easily fall into the queen's control.